peek into this classroom and things seem the same as in any school. But on a closer look, the curriculum is not the same. Welcome to the Central New York Korean School, where students learn about the land where they were born, specifically the language.
I've learned to speak a little Korean. Because we mostly speak English, I want to speak a little Korean too.
There are about 1,500 South Koreans in Central New York, and here at the school, older generations are trying to keep their culture alive in younger Koreans, even after moving to the United States. From the cuisine, to church services, to their own schools, Koreans are making sure their heritage thrives, despite being close to 7,000 miles between New York and South Korea. Principal Jong-gu Han has been striving to do just that.
Having strong identity and clear identity in a melting pot is very important for them to get along with others.
Students sit in classrooms on Sunday afternoons so they can learn the Korean language, but also the history and the culture.
But you don't have to be Korean to become a student.
All I can really say is 재미있어요, meaning it's interesting, it's fun.
Teachers are volunteers, mostly Koreans, who are also students at SU.
It's really important to know their mother language, even though they're living in U.S.
And they aren't just passing their knowledge along to students with Korean parents. There is a class for children who have been adopted into American families.
My mom wants us to learn about our heritage and the language that we speak.
And there are parents who have adopted who come to the school too.
My husband and I adopted a little boy from South Korea, and we started taking classes in preparation for the trip. And then I wanted to continue with the classes just as a way of learning the language. I want to help him maintain his connection to his culture of birth.
A connection to Korea, but also full integration into the American culture. And Principal Han says that begins with school.
Most of the Korean immigrants, they maintain a very high level of education. They have a good characters, working diligently, and that's part of our Korean culture.
So even though they are thousands of miles from the shores of their homeland, the South Koreans living in Central New York are keeping their culture alive. Syracuse NCC News, Rebecca Franklin, 입니다. Or, in Syracuse, I'm Rebecca Franklin, NCC News.